I'm here diving, and I'm just as anxious as you guys to see what critters I'm gonna find today. But there's something more interesting right here. Nice haircut, Alex.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Where'd you get the haircut?
yeah, yesterday.
Oh, nice.
At your place that you like.
Yeah. See, I converted you.
Yeah.
Hello, Sir Pen. Low haircut for you.
You're gonna love the intro of this video. I did not think behind you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's amazing. So back to Maltapai, huh?
Yeah. First time here. New dive site. Love exploring new places. Fantastic.
Yeah. If
Apparently
you're a
they
new
have a
subscriber,
restaurant behind us.
if you're a new subscriber, you probably think he is serious.
That's
No,
serious.
this is our favorite site.
Pretty much is, with everything around it. Yes, we have had better dives somewhere, but the amount of rare stuff we find here and the easiness of getting into the water.
Yeah, right now it's
restaurant.
shitty weather, but this little bay makes it super easy.
Perfect.
Restaurant, everything combined makes it our go-to spot. Even though there's probably better ones, maybe, but I'm just glad to be out here another day. It doesn't matter rain or shine because it's covered here. Just so nice.
We pretty much figure out the tides and the current and all that, so it's hard to tell exactly how it is, but most of the times when it's low tide, it's crappy in some places.
Well, especially when it's moving between high and low.
Yeah.
We think, I mean, we're never exact, but we usually get lucky these days. We learned our lesson from a long time ago.
Yeah.
We got messed up on a dive.
Slack tides, of course, are best. Now is the between low tide and slack tide, so that should be a very good one.
But that being said, this site is not very
Doesn't matter.
currenty
It's always good.
either way. But we might have it figured out. That's why we don't dive at Finn's house, even though it's so good. It's rough. It's rough a lot. It's like on the middle of a peninsula, or like sticking out in the ocean. I don't know. Anyways, today a worm day.
That says for worms.
Worms.
Critter hunter.
How many cockroaches today?
So my previous method was just to try to bounce them off. Now, no risk. Now I'm just killing them.
Yeah. Dude, tell them about, like, I search everywhere and somehow the last two dives,
Last two dives,
cockroach like
we're
came
in
out
the
of my
water,
pocket or something.
It just has the cockroach walking over it.
So, well, no. It was raining really hard, so there was raindrops going down my face. So I thought it was just another raindrop.
No, it was huge.
And I was like, these freaking raindrops are tickling. And he's like, there's a freaking cockroach on your face. So now I have nightmares because it happened again the next day.
Yeah.
And I think, I check here and I check my regulator. I think they're hiding in my BCD pockets. So when I get in the water, they just start going up to dry land, you know? So yeah, I'm having a nightmare cockroach crisis.
Dude, it's just paranoia. Ever since Alex told us about a story about cockroaches inside a regulator, now we're just checking pockets, blowing the air out like way too much than we should.
Because most cockroaches here are really small, so they can get inside your regulator. You're like, all right, guys. That's my nightmare. So, double checking
Every time.
Every time.
Alex, that's a snack for you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This'll teach you, stupid cockroaches. Get out of my stuff. You ready, Finn? So when I got in the water today, I had no idea that this was going to be a very, very nudie dive. So on this dive site, there are a whole bunch of leaves, and we of course like to check leaves for leaf sheep. But to be honest, in the last few months, it's always been the same species of leaf sheep. But today, I flipped some over, and there was a whole bunch of different species. Just out of the blue, the same leaves that we always check had different critters on them, including this yellow guy with black stripes that I don't see very often at all. In fact, I've only seen him once. So this guy is a little more rare here in DAUIN area, and in this shot I was trying to measure him, but I couldn't even focus on the stick. But I'd say he's about 3 millimeters wide, and maybe 4 or 5 long. Super tiny and hard to film. And then we flipped over a leaf and there's a whole different species of leaf sheep. And this guy had some eggs. If you see that spiral right there above him, those are his eggs. And this is a different species from the last one. It doesn't have the yellow and black stripes. Now this species is the kind I was saying that we usually see every day at this Maltapai dive site, and I just wanted to film it to show you what we normally see here, at least for the last few months. And this is what we expect to see, but luckily I started checking some leaves for some other ones. Now this is no leaf sheep, but it is a brand new species for Project Nudi. This is a species that we haven't seen before, and it's awesome. Just the perfect size as well for filming, not too small, and it made for some great shots. Alex, our guide, found this guy slithering around in the sand near an abandoned anchor rope, and I got to spend a lot of time with him, and so did Finn. Now this guy is such a weird nudie. Of course, you can see his butt feathers there in the back. But then he's got like 4 horns sticking out at each side. It's so weird. And then he's got horns up front. He's got his rhinophores up top. It's just an awesome little dude. And some great colors too. Real brown and white. And then real thin in areas like the butt feathers that you can just see through with the light. Pretty cool. I ran into this guy, and this is also a sea slug, but quite common. But I wanted to include it in this video because, well, look how hard he was trying to get on video. He was staring right into my camera and not making it easy to film. But, well, everybody wants their limelight. Like I said, this guy is quite common. I see it so often that I don't even film him normally. But this one was about 3 inches away from that last one, and, well, he was really trying hard to get on camera, so I thought I'd show you guys. Now this guy I also see on almost every dive, and it's nearly impossible to film. He's actually the biggest one I've seen, and it is some kind of sap-sucking sea slug, I think? Or maybe it's just a tiny snail. I really don't know. But since this guy was so big compared to normal, I mean, he's still about 2.5 millimeters long, which is tiny. But yeah, this is the best I could get. So here's a little halimita. Nope, that is a crab. So that crab somehow has a halimita stuck to his head as camouflage, and it's hilarious. I thought I'd show you guys. I mean, I see decorator crabs all over the place. They're always on pretty much every dive site, but I always wonder, how do they attach these weeds and grass to their heads? What do they use? And yet another leaf had more of these species of leaf sheep. It's such an awesome find. I'm glad to see some different ones today. And then I flipped over a leaf and it was totally laden down with these nudibranch eggs. And of course this didn't come from no leaf sheep. This whole pile covered the entire leaf. No way a little leaf sheep could do that. So I was wondering, who the heck did this, and why are they taking the leaf sheep's house to do it? Who laid this many freaking eggs? Plus, why are they pink, orange, yellow? Why are they so many different colors? Is it multiple nudies or what? I need answers. But then about a few feet over, I found this guy. Yeah, some reason in the last 2 weeks, I've been seeing this species a ton. I don't know what this nudibranch species is specifically called, but here's a little closer shot, and I'm sure you guys have seen this on previous episodes, and if not, you're gonna have to start watching more often because these are pretty awesome. I remember the day when this was a new species to Project Nudibranch, and now we see it quite often. Here's one that is definitely not new. It's one I've even seen this guy in Egypt actually, but I've seen this one all over the world, let alone all over DAUIN and Philippines. But you know what, today was just one of those days where I was filming all sorts of stuff, the footage was looking great, and you know what? Maybe you guys haven't seen it, so why not throw it in there? That's a pretty cool shot. And then the next one was a new one. So this is the second new species for the project, and this one is awesome. I've never even seen this guy at all, not even in books. I'm sure he's in my scientific book, but there's 2,000 species in there, and I haven't seen them all, but this was an awesome find. Alex found this out in some rubble and leaves and dead coconut shells, and I have no idea how he did it, but he found this little tiny, probably 1 centimeter long nudie just slithering around in the dirt. So, such an awesome find. We were so glad. I called Finn over and said we have to film this one, and he was excited to see it as well. And to be honest, I couldn't get the camera focused on its head. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's just getting too close and too close. But this is the best shots I got, and I really hope that Finn got some better shots because he did spend quite a bit more time with it after I did. This is at the end of the dive, and it was the last critter of the dive, so I was a little bit in a rush, and I didn't get the greatest shots, so I haven't seen Finn's footage of this little dude yet, but I hope it's better than this. But at least we got to see a new species and show you guys that they exist.